Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for UBC's weekly news roundup with me, Moureen Babirye, on this 26th of July, 2026. Now, today is special. We will be bringing you updates of what transpired in the course of a week, but also have a guest on standby from the precast concrete Moji technology, people to do with construction that will be breaking down how they're developing the construction industry in Uganda. But in our first report this afternoon, government yesterday launched the nationwide monthly cleaning exercise aimed at promoting public hygiene and preventing disease outbreaks. Vice President, Her Excellency Major Retired Jessica Alupo, called on all Ugandans to embrace cleanliness as a shared responsibility, emphasizing that a clean environment is key to a healthy and productive nation. Alupo made the remarks during the official launch of the national cleaning exercise at Kiti Zone in Chisenyi, a Kampala suburb, which kicked off on Friday across the country.
On Monday, 11th August 2025, Cabinet approved the National Cleaning Days initiative for a nationwide launch and implementation. According to the plan, this is to be conducted every last Saturday of the month from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., coordinated by the Office of the Prime Minister with the implementing ministries, departments and agencies.
It has two angles of fighting disease. One of the angles is curative, and the second one is preventive. And over the years, His Excellency the President has led Uganda in implementing all the two angles. But all those two angles require and need the intervention of all members of the community.
During the official launch in Kampala this morning, the Vice President Major Retired Jessica Alupo called on Ugandans to embrace the exercise, saying that it aims at promoting public hygiene and preventing disease outbreaks.
Sanitation and hygiene is the reason why we are here today. We know that many of the people in Uganda are already observing that principle of sanitation and hygiene. But we are here to enhance the effort that we are already putting in place or that we have already been putting in place. And that's why when we have flooding in Kampala when it is raining, it is because the plastic bottles have blocked the drainage channels. It is because the caveras have blocked the drainage channels. And when we have flooding, we are at a risk of exposing the population to waterborne diseases.
Prime Minister Right Honorable Robin Anabanja announced that the nationwide cleaning campaign will be conducted on the last Saturday of every month, urging all citizens, institutions and local leaders to actively participate in keeping their communities clean.
Clean Uganda is everybody's responsibility. Uganda nyonjo buvunanyizibwa bwa buli muntu. Oli mwana, oli mukyala, oba oli musajja. Ffenna kituvunanyizibwako. A clean Uganda is everybody's responsibility. If we embrace this slogan, we shall be agents of change in our respective communities.
Meanwhile, the Minister of Health, Dr. Chris Bariomunsi, underscored the importance of sanitation, saying that smart minds live in smart bodies naturally in a clean environment.
Last Saturday of a month, between 7 and 10, we gave that time to cleaning our country because we want a clean Uganda, which eventually becomes a disease-free Uganda.
According to government, the initiative is intended to foster a culture of cleanliness and collective responsibility for a healthier Uganda.
Era agambye kyabadde ajja kufunamu emitwalo gye ng'esatu naye nze ne mugamba akkirize tuyonje ekibuga muwadde akakadde saawa watandikirawo musajja musiraamu nnyo niye eri waggulu kakati nze nange ne ŋŋamba kamuwe balaka.
Amwaye Vanjuko reporting for UBC.
President Yoweri Museveni this week paid tribute to former Deputy Prime Minister and Ajumani MP Moses Ali, describing him as a lover of peace and a champion of development. The president was at Parliament to pay last respects to the veteran leader. Take a look.
The body of the fallen statesman arrived at Parliament by 7:30 a.m. The Speaker Jacob Oboth, Deputy Speaker Thomas Tayewa, Government Chief Whip Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng, and members of Parliament received the body. The body was later laid at the Parliament foyer for the public to pay their last respects. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni later arrived and laid a wreath on the casket, signed the condolence book, and met the bereaved family in the VIP lounge. Among those present were the Vice President, Jessica Alupo, the Prime Minister and her deputies, the Leader of Opposition, Joel Senyonyi, ministers, and both the current and former members of Parliament. President Museveni eulogized the late Moses Ali as a true peacemaker who prioritized dialogue over confrontation.
He was a lover of freedom. This one I came to know because although he had been with Amin in the coup of 1971, I later on heard, and the family cannot tell you more, maybe you can even document it. Wakina mama wanaweza kutuambia zaidi juu ya hii mambo ya wakati wa Idi Amin. Sisi tulikuwa tuko hapa, lakini nilikuwa nasikia kwamba Moses Ali alikuwa hapendi mambo ya Idi Amin ya kuua watu. I heard that Moses Ali was not happy with Idi Amin killing people. And that's why I had been even removed from the army, pushed in the civilian side. Then I remember something about some friction between him and Idi Amin. This was during that time of Idi Amin.
He remembered Ali as a passionate advocate for West Nile. According to Museveni, the late Moses Ali consistently pushed the government to develop the region, a call that has since been fulfilled.
There is the road from Nebi to the border with Congo, and along there up to Aru. There is this other road from Pakwach to Rhino Camp, and then along the Nile. We are going to work on those roads. But remember what I've been telling you in the campaign. People don't sleep on the roads. They sleep in their houses. So the issue of the household incomes for West Nile is something we should agree on. Ever since the tobacco got problems, we need new enterprises. And I have given guidance on all this time on those issues.
Parliament later held a special sitting in honor of the late Moses Ali before the body was airlifted to Adjumani for burial. Moses Ali was born in 1939 and died at the age of 87. He will be buried on Thursday, July 23rd in Adjumani district. Dorcas Kimono, UBC News.
Now, in more news, climate experts and Kampala stakeholders have called for stronger collaboration to address waste management and flooding, describing them as some of the leading climate change and public health challenges affecting Uganda's capital. The call follows a dialogue held under the Cascading Climate Change in African Cities project theme.
Waste management and flooding is one of the thematic areas in what they call Cascading Climate Change in African City projects, where I am the country PI. This study is running in 5 African cities: Nairobi, Harare, Ghana, Johannesburg, and Cape Town. Flooding and waste management is one of the key gaps and challenges that we identified through what we call learning labs. Learning labs is where we have conducted 2 learning labs in Kampala, where we invited very many stakeholders in different ministries, government parastatals, academia, and we try to map out, and the community members, and we are trying to map out what are the Kampala biggest climate change and health problems. Among the problems that ranked highly was climate change, was flooding and waste management. Because it came highly ranked, together with air pollution, we realized that air pollution community dialogue was held before. So we decided to engage our KCCA partners to come and identify their key stakeholders and bring
in Kampala as a result of, first of all, the Lake Victoria level is increasing. So the areas around Lake Victoria in Makindi, like Gaba, Ruzira, in Nakawa, are affected. But also because of the flash flood, like because of too much rain, that where water is generated and overrides our drainage systems. So here, people have a contribution. We may have a role to play as KCCA, but also the public also has a role to play. Importantly, is how the solid waste management and how we address those issues contributes to flooding. Because the solid waste, if not appropriately disposed of, what would have been ideally normal rain, you end up having floods because the garbage has blocked the drainage channels where the water ideally is supposed to around. First of all, we have a drainage master plan.
Now, more than 200 residents from the Sakala Zone slum in Chibati, Kansanga, Machindi division have received free medical services during a health camp organized by the Rotary Club of Konge Lukuli. The initiative focused on malaria and HIV prevention and treatment as part of ongoing efforts to improve access to health care in underserved communities.
As Uganda continues to strengthen efforts to eliminate malaria and reduce new HIV infections by 2030, the Rotary Club of Konge Lukuli is playing its part by extending life-saving healthcare services to vulnerable communities. The club organized a one-day health camp in Sankala Zone, Chibati Parish, in Kansanga, Machindi Division, where residents received free malaria and HIV testing, treatment, medical consultation, medicines, and incited treated mosquito nets. More than 200 patients were screened and treated during the outreach, giving many residents access to health services they would otherwise struggle to afford.
Kubanga malwaliro gali wala transport ogendayo kutujjanjaba naye lusi twate tumulina naye bino bibadde bya bwerere tubebaza nnyo mwebalire ddala.
The president of the Rotary Club of Konge Lukuli, Moureen Babirye, says the club remains committed to improving community health and plans to extend similar health camps to other underserved areas across Machindi division.
All know malaria is one of those killer diseases in Uganda. And we are here to say that malaria can be prevented and malaria can be treated. On how to curb this killer disease, let's embrace this chance. Let's come and test for malaria. We are very sure that if in case you're found sick, you will be treated. So we are saying we are going to extend these services where this channel passes. Members of Kansanga community members of Gaba, we are coming. Today.
The LC2 chairperson Kungwa Yisa commended the Rotary Club for its unwavering support to the local communities, noting that such partnerships complement government efforts to improve healthcare delivery. A representative from Hope Clinic, which partnered in the medical outreach, emphasized the importance of early testing and treatment in preventing severe illness and promoting healthier communities.
Participants were suffering from malaria and other common illnesses like cough, flu, and urinary tract infections. So we have managed them, we have given them treatment, we have carried out tests, so the community is happy.
Susan, have a good day for UBC News.
In more news, government has taken another major step in modernizing public procurement with the rollout of the Electronic Government Procurement EGP 2.0 system, marking a shift from manual, paper-based processes to a fully digital procurement environment. To ensure a smooth transition, the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Assets Authority, in partnership with the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, convened a change management engagement for heads of procurement and disposal units from Phase 1 entities. Take a look.
And focused on creating awareness, strengthening leadership commitment, and equipping heads of procurement and disposal units with the knowledge and practical strategies needed to effectively lead organization change as their institutions transition to the Electronic Government Procurement EGP 2.0 system. The change management engagements are part of government's preparations for the Phase 1 rollout of the EGP 2.0 system.
100 entities where we are going to implement the Electronic Government Procurement System, and the discussion was about their role because they are at the front line of procurement in these entities. They are the advisors to accounting officers. They are the central point where all these procurements end.
According to the Acting Accountant General Godfrey Semugoma, the upgraded system will move beyond the initial EGP 1.0 platform to a more integrated 4-module digital solution.
We are looking at 4 modules in this first phase, and they include the registration of providers. So these bidders, suppliers, they have to register online to supply these entities. We are looking at procurement planning. All the plans of these entities have to be on the EGP system. We are looking at requisition. We've been requisitioning things manually. Now we have to requisition from a system. And then after that, they start the process they call solicitation. Solicitation is really the procurement.
Procurement specialists say the EGP system has already been tested and proven in practice.
We got the good news that government of Uganda was procuring an electronic government procurement system. We were so excited. When we heard that, we said, this is our opportunity now to shine. And from the first day of EGP orientation in this country, KCC has walked the journey, and I must tell you, we are proud to be part of this EGP journey.
Project developers say the rollout of the EGP 2.0 system marks a significant milestone in Uganda's digital transformation agenda.
Looking at value for money, and we also want to strengthen the systems, or the automation is meant to strengthen the accountability mechanisms in the entire procurement process. As we are doing this, we are looking at safeguarding the confidentiality, the integrity and the authenticity of your procurement processes.
The Attorney General is one of the oversight institutions that is catered for in the guideline, and for their roles that we know, advising government on contracts.
I'm Evan Juko and Stephen Kalisia for UBC.
Still last week, the National Private Educational Institutions Associations Uganda has urged government not to permanently suspend school trips, saying they're a key component of the new competence-based curriculum. The appeal follows government's temporary suspension of school trips after recent accidents and natural incidents that claimed the lives of learners. The association made the remarks during a media briefing in Kampala.
And natural occurrences, and with us is
the recent incident is the second from what happened last year. The biggest incident that happened last year was the one that happened at Chitaleva. This is where 2 buses crashed and more than 44 people died. But the government did not close all buses. But here, if we have lost 20 children, why should you close all schools that they should not operate? I think that is not fair. We should investigate and analyze what happened. That is the one incident, so that other incidents don't reoccur. There is also another hidden crisis, water crossing. Last year we lost 111 lives on water. There are some school-going children that use improvised canoes, especially in these lakesides and riversides. In Lake Bunyonyi, children use canoes to go to school. Others don't go to school because the canoes are not there. So we need to ensure that when we are advocating for safety of children, we look both the road and water, because our schools are all over the country. Uganda, as a Uganda, we have all the tools, or we have all the regulations in place, but we are not implementing them. We have speed limit regulation. We reduced the speed limit from 50 kilometers in built-up areas. I'm happy the association joined us in advocating for 30 kilometers on built-up areas, schools, churches, and residential areas, where number of pedestrians are likely to be in big numbers. We are able in pharmacies, so that I buy it, test my driver in the morning.
Abaana abatambulira ku boda boda bo tubakuuma tutya? Oli n'apakira abaana 6 ku pikipiki emu etaliiko na bisobola kubataakiriza, naye ne bayita ku nguudo nga buli omu abalaba n'abavunaanyizibwa babalaba. Abatambulira ku gaali, abatambulira mu mmotoka z'essomero school van, abatambulira mu baasi z'essomero, ate ne tulaba n'abatambulira mu mmotoka ez'olukale. Era n'emmotoka ez'olukale nazo zivunaanyizibwa okuba nga ziri ku mutindo. Bwe twogera ku mutindo tetwogera ku mmotoka z'amasomero, kuba si buli ssomero lyonna nti lirina obusobozi obubeera n'emmotoka. N'olwekyo tutunuulira n'entebenkeza y'emmotoka ez'olukale, nazo zirina okubeera nga zirina omutindo oguzisobozesa. Naye kyani akivunaanyizibwako? Essomero bwe lipangisa emmotoka, waliwo avunaanyizibwa okulaba nti emmotoka eyo etambula ng'erina ebisaanyizo. Ne bwe linaaba n'olukusa lwe twogeddeko okuva mu b'ebyenjigiriza ku disitulikiti, ne bwe linaaba ligoberedde amateeka gonna, era akabenje tekajja kuziyizibwa. N'obukugu bw'amasomero butono okusobola okulaba nti emmotoka eno tejja kusobozesa abaana baffe kutambula.
In other news, the State Minister for Youth and Children Affairs in the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, Dr. Lakisa Mercy Faith, has commended civil society organizations that have complemented the efforts of government in addressing issues affecting young people with unemployment. She was speaking at the Team Up Uganda National Closeout event in Kampala. This Team Up program benefited 14,000 youth in 5 selected districts.
The Team Up Uganda program leverages on the synergies from different organizations to cause meaningful impact to the rural youth in the areas of health, agriculture, water and sanitation. The Team Up program, implemented by Action for Health Uganda and other partners, is an initiative in the 5 districts of Mityana, Kasanda, Nakaseke, Chikube and Chegegwa that benefited over 14,000 youth. The State Minister for Youth and Children Affairs in the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, Dr. Lakisa Mercy Faith, commended civil society organizations that have complemented the efforts of government in addressing issues affecting young people like unemployment.
I am particularly encouraged by the evidence emerging from the program's endline evaluation. It demonstrates measurable improvements in the quality of life of participating youth, such as the young people's increased access to agricultural knowledge, climate-smart farming practices, financial services, safe water, and youth-friendly sexual and reproductive health information and services.
Minister Lakisa also launched the Success Story book, a publication documenting inspiring stories of young people whose lives have been transformed through the Team Up program.
Proceed. Isaac is not holding the book.
The evaluation shows that addressing multiple challenges affecting the lives of young people was more impactful than implementing isolated interventions.
But what was key is for us to learn from the experiences of the pilot and then, take those further and build probably a more solid program that we are here to tell you about today.
I would like to congratulate you for the last about 8 years that we have walked a journey together. You have indeed been a team, and you know you can deliver much less unless you team up. You teamed up and you have done us proud in enhancing the livelihood of the young people. The challenge continues, so I'm worried that as we talk about the close out, what next?
Equipping youth with skills is critical for reducing vulnerability associated with unemployment.
Police in Kampala have challenged motorcycle riders to follow traffic rules and regulations in order to scale down the cases of road traffic injuries. This call comes after realization that motorcycle riders and passengers make up a large share of road crash injuries and deaths.
At Nakawa markets, it all started with police teaching motorcycle riders the road signs and the value of observing them. This was done in collaboration with the Rotary Club of Kampala Lifestars during the activation of the road safety campaign. The campaign aims at reducing road crash casualties involving motorcycle riders and passengers.
We know border riders, they are the ones who participate more and they are experiencing these problems. Most especially the accidents we normally register. Many of them include border riders. So we are here on a sensitization program and also encouraging our border-borders to remain safe on our roads. They have been given various items like reflector.
Of Kampala Lifestars pledged to continue with the road safety campaign, including procuring helmets for motorcycle riders.
This year, 2026-2027, our district governor, Dr. Gerard Obai, came up with a theme, informed by many travels he makes on the road, and he says each time he comes to Kampala from Gulu, he encounters a number of accidents. And he said, as Rotarians, we are there to do good to society. So what can we do? So he came up with a campaign dubbed Road Safety, that each one of us can make a contribution towards reduction in the number of accidents along the way. And said we can leave home and come back home alive. So as Rotarians who aim at doing good, we think that we can do something within the transport sector. First of all, by creating awareness about proper usage of these roads, by also encouraging the users to be patient, but to be more knowledgeable about the usage of the road.
It is hoped that frequent sensitization of motorcycle riders about road safety rules will help to bring down the cases of road crashes.
The Rotary District Governor Gerald Obai, District 9213, has called on Rotarians to strengthen their commitment to community service, partnerships and sustainable development to create lasting impact. Speaking during the installation of the new president of the Rotary Club of Boyogedere, the governor said Rotary clubs remain key drivers of positive change through volunteerism and collective action, urging members to uphold the organization's values while transforming lives in their communities. Meanwhile, the new president, Rita Nakafero, pledged to lead with integrity, expand community projects, and strengthen fellowship to improve lives.
To leave tangible results that will outlive you, and people will remember you for that. As a Rotary, we exist really to try and support government in solving some of the community challenges. We know that the needs out there are enormous, and we cannot leave it to government alone, because government has a lot of priority areas. So as a Rotary, we come in to support, to supplement, and we do this under what we call the 7 areas of focus. I believe that the club is going to be connectable because we are working on all social networks. We are there. We are going to be very intentional this year into our communities. Community attack competitiveness and working with the communities around there. And already we have 2 clubs information that we believe that the youth with our church in the community, we are doing medical camps with that church, hospital, and in the Western area. And so we are addressing their schools. Him and advise him to create unity and collaboration within the club, and even the sister club in Yakari, the fact that we achieve what we have set up in this current year.
Now, as Uganda's financial sector continues to embrace digital transformation, financial institutions are investing in innovative technologies to improve customer convenience while strengthening cybersecurity. NCBA Bank has launched its upgraded digital banking platform, NCBA Now, to deliver faster, safer, and more accessible banking services anytime, anywhere. Speaking during the launch in Kampala, the Executive Director for National Payment Systems and Supervision at Bank of Uganda, Dr. Tumobwine Twinemanzi, and Mark Mayobo, Chief Executive Officer, NCBA Bank, urged financial institutions to continuously strengthen cybersecurity as digital financial services expand. He stressed that safeguarding customers and maintaining confidence in digital payment systems is critical to Uganda's journey toward a secure, efficient, and digitally inclusive financial sector.
Mobile money is one single aspect focus. I hope the amount of time and energy effort that you put into working the product into an area where relying in banking and technology is supposed to become increasingly large.
This is semi-organized now at Bank of Uganda. Very must be effective, very much part of what we do. Yeah.
I didn't even he easily used person on this person will send exactly what you know.
But the purpose can up to 3 years later. She is the bone.
So once you open your account with NCBA Bank, your setup will also be completed at the same time. So it means by the time you leave the bank branch, you will have received your email, onboarding email, or an SMS with simple directions with how to onboard onto NCBA Now. You will also receive a FASTEC one-time password that will be sent to your registered mobile number. However, this one-time password should be consumed or utilized within 10 minutes as it expires. To enter that registered mobile number that received the OTP, and also proceed to input that OTP or the one-time password that you received. Accept the terms and conditions, and once you're done with that, you will be redirected to the login page to provide the new PIN that you have created.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando. Omuliro nguwulira muli mu mutsi Sema kukankana like drums. Kalakata, kalakata. Enendungo ya kusabura. Mikono juu. Free of fire, free of fire, free of fire.
Alo.
Yense mwami mukasa.
Mutyaneyo.
Yono broka.
Yenze broka wa mayumba.
Bangambye ne nyumba za mwenunjiko.
Kituufu. Oyagala bisenge bimeka?
Nga bisatu.
Ebbeeyi bagigambye?
Abangambye saa ttaano.
Nedda ssebo eno zaali nnyamuuko.
Lwaki?
Anti langi gye tusiigisa ya mulembe. Kati ne valiyo ekitundu yali nnya.
Musiigisa ki?
Global Paints.
Mutya?
Ku siiringi tukozesa Global Mat. Ate munda ne tukozesa Global Silk Vinyl.
Singa kwetaga wabweru.
Wabweru tukozesa Global Weather Coat Emulsion.
Owa. Kusiiga gye musiiga. Ogwo omutindo ogusasulira essente zonna.
Guli wumite.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
The parent is Tuliahemwa Dixon. And the child is Tuliahemwa Esther.
Kambera gwete kwa mugisha ngo ishe watu yayebwa Esther wahangura school fees ngene na hateja shana amashemerwa gonka MTN momo eberewo mbeni nyegasta igana kaga ni 5 sta munana 0 hash kushashuro mwana school fees tokoma nyo mugisha zagwije wanje ninga nchaka ngwasa kuzo wawe mwebare munonga.
The Secretary General of the National Resistance Movement, Right Honorable Richard Todwang, on behalf of the NRM National Chairman, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, congratulates all NRM village chairpersons and women council flag bearers who were elected to contest in village elections. In the same spirit, the NRM Secretary General reminds all party supporters across the country to note and massively participate in the following important activities. On Wednesday, the 22nd of July 2026, all NRM supporters are reminded to attend barazas in their villages for final mobilization. On Thursday, the 23rd of July, women above 18 years are to elect women council committees in all villages across the country, while voting for village chairpersons will take place on Tuesday, the 28th of July 2026. Please note, all flag bearers of NRM, LC1 chairpersons and women councils are reminded that from the 11th to the 14th of July 2026 is their endorsement by parish registrars, while nomination by the National Electoral Commission is scheduled for the 15th to the 19th of July 2026. We have seen what peace and stability under the NRM government can do. Vote for NRM flag bearers. Vote for progress.
Welcome back from the break. In more news, the Chinese module precast concrete technology is transforming Uganda's construction sector by reducing build times and costs. Factory manufactured components such as concrete panels and frames are produced off-site and assembled locally, allowing full homes to be erected in as little as 21 days.
Time check is 2:30 p.m. at the Module Housing Engineering Construction Company, situated at Namampe Industrial Park, Maine, or at work. At the engineering site, the Chinese modular precast concrete is the technology enhanced to transform Uganda's construction sector to reduce building times and costs. At the factory, engineers are manufacturing components such as concrete panels and frames. They are produced off-site and assembled locally, allowing full homes to be erected in as little as 21 days. On site, we look at the different technologies used to build module houses using the Chinese modular precast concrete.
We need to have the machinery what we need. You need this kind of big country strength. We also need all the kind of mold. That mold should be like a strong mold, like a metallic mold. So from there we also have our special mixer, even the admixtures which we use to mix in the concrete is also special. And also for the curing the concrete to get the strength grow very fast. These are all the technology here.
The module concept referred to module houses built using prefabricated panels that cuts out conventional bricklaying. By using modular formwork and precast elements, construction time is drastically reduced compared to traditional brick and mortar.
When we are installing time, we also need to have special team for the installation work to even use a heavy crane and all the safety gears following the government law. To all these things also needed. Even when we are setting up the structure, we have some interlock system to make the house connected strongly.
The other engineering technology used here is the volumetric modular construction. This is an off-site building method. Three-dimensional modules like fully furnished rooms or bathrooms pods are manufactured in a factory, then transported and assembled on site.
Okay, that is also a kind of new technology. Actually, that one is just started from China recently. We're also going here. So that kind of it can use for the fence wall, and also they have some heavy block, the big made also prefabricated. So we put it there, even can use for the retaining. So retaining like stopping the soil collapsing or like retaining the water drainage is also can work.
On site was also the automated block making machinery technology. This utilizes hydraulic pressing and high frequency vibration to mass produce uniform, high strengthened concrete blocks, pavers and interlocking bricks. This system minimizes human labor, lowers cycle times to around 15 to 30 seconds per stroke, and can yield between 15,000 to 30,000 blocks in an 8-hour shift.
Some contractor, they are making the bridge, they can take like 3-4 months, but for us, maximum 1 week we can finish in high class, in high strength. And also we have this drainage, precast drainage, to take the main water, like city in the city, beside the main road. For this rainwater, we have the big drainage. Maximum we can go for 6 meters wide.
Module House Engineering Construction Company is barely 6 years in Uganda's construction industry. But what are the success projects they have handled and completed in real time of 21 to 45 days? The construction company whose rich experience in building bridges on large rivers and complicated water channels in China, given opportunity to fix Nakibo Channel, Kampala's collection of diluted waste and flooded running water. Lang says the menace at the channel can be a story.
That one I propose to use our precast concrete drainage. Of course, also with enough reinforcement, we can design for that drainage. And one day, we even can make over 100 meters to do the installation.
However, the factory's expansion plans are limited with the small piece of land they are operating on. This is affecting voluminous production and presence of huge machinery on site. Lang also revealed bureaucracies involved in securing business on huge projects is a problem.
Some other companies, some old company in here who are didn't register here many years, they can come to us and buy our things. On behalf of their name, is not in our name, but in their name.
The sector, despite the challenges at play, the Chinese construction company is strategizing to invest heavily in Uganda's real estate industry, moving into the future. With a plan at hand, cites challenges of slow pace to embrace modern technology by Ugandans.
We already started some project with police. in Naguru CPS, that is staff border area. Actually, we even already made up the house for them, and the engineer was ready.
While unemployment remains Uganda's biggest problem, at Module House Engineering Construction Company, efforts to address unemployment are being addressed.
If we have enough space for us to work, even we can make over 100 meters per day. And that concrete, what we can make, it is higher than what we have in the market. The concrete we are making maximum strength is C55.
To answer President Yoweri Museveni's call for foreign investors to fix Uganda's unemployment burden.
You've heard from the horse's mouth, who has later joined us this afternoon, the Managing Director, Module House Engineering, who's about to tell us how this technology is structuring and shaping Uganda's evolving construction industry. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Please tell the audience your names and about this company.
My name is Lang Wanxi. I'm my company name called Module House Engineering and Construction Company Limited. We are fully registered in Uganda here. Our factory is in Namamvi. Yeah.
Okay, now Uganda's construction sector is evolving rapidly with increasing demand for affordable housing and faster project delivery. Where does precast concrete technology fit into this transformation?
Yeah, just facing that challenge in Uganda here, we brought that new technology, precast, prefabricated productions. We have prefabricated house, we have drainage, bridges, we also have box culvert in high class, because from what we have, the production there, we believe it can give this country some good development in the future.
Okay. Now, compared to conventional brick and mortar construction, how does precast technology affect project timelines, construction cost, and long-term maintenance?
Yeah. For example, like for the building, of course, the building, they have different type of design, but generally, like time-wise, for example, like 4-bedroom house, we may just take like 2 weeks to complete. Compare with ordinary construction, it may take like 1 year. Then even like bridges, like box culvert, water passing under road. For us, we need just like 1 week time, the road will be open. And the cost-wise, the house we can save about 30% from the ordinary construction. The bridges also like 30-35% there. And also we have other production like precast drainage for the main city water channel use. We have calculated that one even save more, maybe like 35-40% compared with the cast in situ, that ordinary way. And the lifespan, our thing is quite strong, because our, like for example, the house itself, the whole house body made it by high-class concrete with strong reinforcement bars. So it is really strong. It can even last over 100 years, maybe can up to the son, to grandson, forever.
But now you're introducing this in Uganda, and Uganda has a very unpredictable weather pattern. Yeah. Durability is a key concern for homeowners and developers. Please expound more on how precast concrete structures perform over lifespan, particularly under our weather, tailored to our weather in Uganda.
Yes. Okay. For the weather here, for me, I've been staying here for quite many years. I know the weather here also. And our house also consider the weather here. When we build it up, that house in Uganda here, even for right now in our factory, the office we are using our own made house, we can feel the environment is good. Even the house, like what I said, it is because of the full body, it is made by reinforcement concrete. So it is really comfortable for people to stay inside. It's not like other temporary houses. Sometimes it's very hot, sometimes even feel cold. It's like real houses staying, and also it can really can stand there for long time, very long time, over 100 years. Yes.
Okay, now Uganda has diverse terrain, from congested urban areas to remote rural districts, villages, that is. Now, what logistical challenges exist in transporting large precast components, and how are they addressed?
Yeah, thank you. So that one, right now, most of the places countrywide, we have been supplied some of our production. Like we have been supplying some houses up to Pulisa, the oil zone. Even we delivered to Malaba, Eligo. Along the main road is all okay. Only the challenge for the deep village, some places, when the road is really bad, we can't deliver our things. And the good thing now, I see this country, the government also really focusing on upgrading the road. Even for us also, like our box culvert been accepted by government, some sectors, like this road contractor, we are also trying to improve the road condition as supplying our production. I believe not far from now, I think we can deliver almost all the places in the countrywide.
Okay.
Thank you.
At what point does precast construction become economically viable? Is it only for large-scale housing developments compared to individual home builders?
Okay, for that one, we did our analysis about the cost-wise. For our house production, precast house production, it also can be used for the large project like apartment, because our house building can go for maximum 4 floors. So then from there we can build we make the interlock system to join the house unit together to make it stronger, so it can be used for the large project. And when the project is bigger and we fund, the cost even reduce more.
What about the individual home builders?
Yeah, individual home builder also good for good to use our production, because our house, it is very quick. Sometimes they even like in a swamp area, we still can put up our house, and compare with the cost, ordinary cost construction, we are quite economical compared with that ordinary way.
Okay, interesting. Now, Uganda's real estate market is largely driven by first construction, where homeowners build as funds become available, but how adaptable is precast technology to this financing reality? Do you accept people to do that?
Yes, of course, we accept that way also. But you see, the house, for me, even me, I'm engineer, civil engineer. I understand. Like when we are talking to the landlord for who want to build a house, we always ask them his plan in future. So we can, for example, if he want to expand his building higher, like adding more floors, when we are building the foundation, we build for him a stronger foundation which is able to hold the whole structure in future. Then he said, okay, I don't have money, all the money now, can I have like only one ground floor? Okay, fine, we put it there. Then our things is simple, just to add it on top of each other. So for future, if you want to expand, it is okay. Even these days, we also communicating to my bank. I have a bank we have relation with, like DTB, like KCB, DFCU, Equity. So all of them, they also, when they understand our construction way, and they're also willing to support the project. Say if the landlord lacking of money, we can agree a certain time and
like
certain
a payment plan.
terms. Yes.
Okay.
So that they also willing to support the project.
Okay.
Yes.
How well does Uganda's current regulatory framework, including building standards and approvals by UNBS and local authorities, accommodate modern precast construction systems?
Yeah, actually, like what we have done some project, even related to the government. So from the last time our discussion, we had a discussion with engineers from like KCCA, from UNBS engineers. They also, from the understanding how we show them to do the work, they also accepting our structure because they also professional. They understand the way we are doing. It is right. It is strong enough. So the thing's moving well. They're accepting our way.
Now, as construction technology advances, concerns have been raised about employment in the traditional building sector. How might increased adoption of precast construction affect jobs, skills development, and the future construction workforce?
Okay, for our technology is not really reducing too much of the job opportunity. Right, for example, right now, we have employed local engineers, skilled workers, also some casual labor, over 400 different sites, which is ongoing. So our things, actually, we are also training them. This is quite new and good enough. The thing is not really complicated.
Okay.
People can easily learn, and they are doing well, and we are also expanding our company. We are employing more. Compared with ordinary construction, yes, we don't need so many type of workers, but the numbers we still need. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, Ugandan homeowners often modify or extend their houses over time. How flexible is precast construction in accommodating future alterations in case someone doesn't like what they've had before?
Yes, our thing, you see, our thing even, first of all, because our thing is assembled on site, it is the whole building can be relocated. Of course, from there, in case client, owner, he want to change the design, he want to reorganize the houses, which is very possible. Even if you want to change the design from that shape A to shape B, it is all okay. Even like what I said, if they say, I want to shift my house from this corner to another corner, I want to replan my land, I want to organize my building again, which is all okay. It is quite flexible.
Now, looking forward, what role do you see precast technology playing in helping Uganda address its housing deficit, urbanization, and infrastructure development over the next 10 years?
Yeah, I know, because from this Uganda country here, I saw there are big lacking of housing facilities. From ordinary way, it's really the increasing speed even still less than the demands. So the best way is this new technology of precast, because it is like factory making standard. It's also easy to control and the speed also controllable. So these things is really our best solution for this country for future demands. These things can, we are not refusing to work with government sectors. Like we can be like joint venture. Even though I was thinking, if the government give us the chance, so we can build the whole civil servant house for this country, like for army, for police, for hospital staff, teachers, because our thing, it is cheaper, quicker, and it is durable. Yes.
Well, you have heard from the horse's mouth, Mr. Lang, the Managing Director, Modu House Engineering, explaining how their technology is here to shape Uganda's evolving construction industry. Thank you so much for being with us to the very end. My name is Moureen Babirye. Good afternoon.
Thank you.